Snubbed England wing sends Bath top of the table while Exeter floor Leicester. England winger Joe Cokanasiga scored twice as Bath sealed the top spot on the Premiership table before Christmas, defeating Harlequins 25-17. Cokanasiga scored in both halves with further scores from lock Elliot Stook and flanker Miles Reid sealing the bonus point for Bath as Finn Russell added 5 points from the tee. Marcus Smith opened the scoring for Harlequins, scoring a magnificent solo try with hooker Jack Walker also crossing the whitewash. Flanker James Chisholm's late try gave Quins the opportunity to grab a losing bonus point, but Smith failed to convert from the tee. The victory for Johan van Graan's men means that they top the Premiership table at Christmas. Bath took the lead within 2 minutes. Will Muir leapt high to tap back Ben Spencer's lofted kick, and Russell somehow found space on the right to release Ollie Lawrence. Cokanasiga was on his shoulder to steam through Tyrone Green's attempted tackle, but Russell's conversion attempt was wide. There was hardly time for the sellout crowd to savor that score before Smith danced through the home defence to score at the other end, although he hooked his kick against a post. The swirling wind and rain made handling difficult, and Bath looked particularly vulnerable in defence. Quins, enjoying a territorial advantage, looked smarter on both sides of the ball throughout the first quarter. However, their indiscipline cost them prime attacking positions, and a fumble by Alex Dombrant brought a prolonged assault on the Bath line to a halt. The home side suddenly burst into life on the half-hour as Will Muir galloped away from his 22, eventually finding Spencer in support. The scrum half had to catch the offload behind his back, but the ball came back at a ruck under the posts, and Max Ojimo scored on the left, or so it seemed. Instead, referee Luke Pearce brought play back, yellow-carded Danny Kerr for falling on the tackled player, and Russell put his side ahead 8-3 with a penalty. There was still time before the break for Reid to save Bath at the other end with a turnover penalty. Bath struck quickly after the restart with a catch-and-drive try by Stook and followed up in the 48th minute with another spectacular effort by Cokanasiga, steamrollering over Smith's attempted tackle. Russell's conversion, the first of the game, took Bath 20-5 ahead. Yet the visitors were not about to lie down, and Smith's penalty to the corner led to a catch-and-drive for Walker on his 50th appearance since joining from Bath. Smith converted but Bath were gaining the upper hand and Russell's inch-perfect tactical kicking set up a line out in the corner. This time it was Reid who profited, leaving the home side with an 11-point lead and just 6 minutes to defend it. Unfortunately for Quins, Chisholm's last-minute score came too late. They might have claimed a losing bonus point, but Smith again hooked his conversion against a post. Record Sandy Park crowd see Exeter beat Leicester. Exeter maintained their superb home form as they defeated Leicester 29-10 in front of a record crowd at Sandy Park. An attendance of exactly 15,000 witnessed the Chiefs end their 2023 home campaign in style with a bonus point win as they stretched their unbeaten Sandy Park run in all competitions to 23 matches, spanning a period of 61 weeks. It took the Tigers a long time to find their way into the game, despite many of their internationals returning to duty. They trailed 24-0 early in the second half, and when they finally did fight back, they had left themselves too big a mountain to climb. Chiefs centre Henry Slade had another excellent game, once more staking his claim for an England recall for the upcoming Six Nations. Exeter got off to a dream start with a close-range try after only 7 minutes from South African flanker Jacques Vermeulen following a period of intense pressure on the Tigers' line, with Slade converting. 4 minutes later, they were awarded a penalty try when George Martin was adjudged to have tackled Rory O'Loughlin early to prevent him taking a try-scoring pass from Tom Wyatt, and the lead was suddenly 14-0. The advantage could have been increased even further if Lewis Pearson had not opted to go for glory himself, with 2 players outside him. That passage of play saw Chiefs prop Scott Seo and Tigers scrum half Ben Youngs limp off, soon to be joined by Leicester winger Josh Bassett. Even referee Tom Foley needed some first-half treatment after getting smacked in the ribs when he inadvertently got in the way of a Leicester attacker. Chiefs had a try by Jack Yandel ruled out for a double movement in the 35th minute, but they rammed home their first-half superiority a minute before the break when Slade latched on to a very loose pass from World Cup winner Hander Pollard, who had a first half to forget, and raced 40 metres to score under the posts, leaving the simplest of conversions for a 21-0 interval lead. Slade put the Chiefs 4 scores clear 11 minutes into the second half with a penalty as the Tigers collapsed a scrum. Leicester finally got their first points on the board in the 56th minute when England winger Anthony Watson finished off in the right-hand corner after they had camped on the home line following an initial break by Jasper Weiss. Pollard badly pulled the conversion attempt. More sustained try-line pressure created a walk-in score for fullback Freddie Stewart after former Chiefs centre Solomon Keita's long pass as the Tigers continued their fight back. However, the conversion was again crucially missed, this time by Jamie Shilcock, leaving them still 14 points adrift. Exeter were not satisfied with just the win, though, and replacement lock Rusi Tuima forced his way over with the clock in the red to claim the bonus point and provide the perfect finish for the home supporters.